going to talk about a thing. I'm not even going to say a disease, an illness, a phobia, or whatever that I diagnosed myself with. Initially, I knew that everything aggravates me. Like, everything. Everything annoys me, everything aggravates me, and I just honestly thought it was just me being super aggy all the time, or that being my personality. I've been this way as long as I can remember, and I don't know why. I don't know where it came from, but I'm fine with it. Oh, and I'm wearing my formation t-shirt because this normally is how I feel most of the time. I have what is called misophonia. It is a thing, like it is a real life thing. All of the items that trigger other people, not all of them do it for me, but most of them do. So surprisingly, I was like, okay, this really is a thing. And it's not just in my head. People will look at me and they don't get that because I'm normally bubbly, I'm normally goofy, I'm normally silly. But what they don't understand is my overall person is normally aggravated with everything and everybody. Something always bothers me. I took some notes, like I said, because there's no way, and I'm just going to read them off, there's no way that I could remember all of these. First and foremost, misophonia is, again, a thing for people who have a huge annoyance with sounds. And I'm going to extend that to say sounds and habits. We pay more attention to what other people do, and it's not always on purpose. You know, sometimes we just hear it and it triggers. It's not that we're looking to listen to see if you're going to do something. As soon as we hear it, as soon as we see it, it just triggers in our brain, and it's an immediate annoyance. That is so me. That's so me. Part of it almost feels like it's a control issue, because certain noises or sounds and you're sort of like, okay, don't you know better? Don't you know not to do that? And a big part of it for me feels like it's home training, because you should have been taught not to do certain things or not to be so damn annoying or obnoxious all the time. Someone could have told you, listen, that's not how you act in public, or be quiet. As it pertains to the mouth and eating and things like that, people who have to take a sip and then does that complete the sip? Does that fulfill you anymore by having to be loud? Like, I don't. Someone who's burping out loud, you know, very obnoxiously. We all burp. We all have that burp, but you just really, again, goes back to home training. Like, it's not funny, it's not cute, it's not amusing. Hearing someone chew, and they may even have their mouth shut. Smacking is, oh my God, I will smack you for smacking. This person may have their mouth shut, but you just still hear it. It's like it's amplified for you. I can't explain it. And then some people, there are other noises going on back in this region, and some people's jaws will click. It just makes for a horrible experience for me. It's almost borderline abuse. Someone crunching on something, like, I get it, chips are loud, crunching on ice is loud, Rhineskin's loud. But you know, we're in a very quiet environment at work, in class. Why are you eating that? And you eat. Why? Someone gulping on their drink and you just. Like, what are you, a friggin' hippo at a water hole? Like, calm down. The soda and the juice ain't going nowhere. Surprisingly, someone chewing gum or popping their gum does not bother me. Like or that doesn't bother me unless we're in, again, a quiet environment where you should know better. Again, a lot of this goes to home training. And I know these are annoyances for most people, but for someone with misophonia, it is elevated to the point where you're ready to get up and walk out. For some people, they hear it and they're like, you know, be quiet. For us, it's sort of like you're about to make me really anxious. Like I'm feeling like I'm having anxiety. I want to finish the item for you. I want you to hurry up and finish chewing the gum. I want it to lose flavor quickly so you will shut the hell up. That's someone with misophonia. Someone biting their nails. Like that's nothing I've heard, but it's more of a germ thing for me. It's just sort of like, I know you didn't wash your hands properly. Like, you touched a lot of things. If you really start paying attention to how many things you touch in a day, and you've just got it all, E. coli and Zika, you got everything in your mouth. Clipping your nails. It's more than 10 clicks. And it's like you're just clicking at the same piece 6 different times. How many friggin' fingers do you have? Are we on to toes now? Like, what? You didn't see that at home? Groom yourself at home. So now you got your crusty finger flakes all over the place. And it's in the atmosphere. And I got to sit here and endure it. Someone slurping on a drink. Just sipping on a drink. You got to, or soup or coffee or what. Wait until it cools off. You stupid ass. If you got to do all that and let all of that extra cold air on your inhaling, it's too hot for you. News fucking flash. Smacking on the, I don't care where we are. It's not acceptable in public or private. I don't care what you have in your mouth. Invisalign, braces, retainer, dentures. It is unacceptable. Either way, you are still going to have to brush your teeth when you're done. Stop smacking. We're too old for this. Don't ever come to eat with me for lunch, dinner, breakfast, or none of the like again. I am good. I'm good. Thanks, but no thanks. Spitting. That's gross in public. I don't even have to see it to hear you hawking. That is disgusting. Get a tissue, go to a bathroom. Like, who raised you other than a pack of wolves? Someone swallowing, sometimes you hear this big gulp in their throat. Like, go to an ENT and go get that checked out. Swallowing should not be that loud of an activity. People who talk with food in their mouth and shut up. Finish your food and then we'll converse. There's an art. Now, I do talk with food in my mouth sometimes, but there's an art to it. You have to know how much to chew in advance, how much to store to the sides. You have to know the ratio of what your potential projection rate of, that collateral damage of food, where it may land. There's an art to it. It's a science. If you haven't mastered that, I politely request for you to shut up until your meal is completed. Not just that bite, your meal. Because clearly you also haven't mastered on how to clear your mouth and particles. I didn't ask for any extras on my plate. So I'm going to ask you to refrain from speaking until we've paid the tab. Thanks. Throat clearing doesn't bother me. It's when you don't clear your throat, when you can clearly hear that you need to and it's just rattling back there. I don't know if it's phlegm. I don't know if it's yesterday's breakfast. I don't know if it's the remnants from your dental floss. I don't know, but it sounds disgusting. I hate when people will continue to talk, hearing that gargling in the back of their throat, and they just keep talking. Maybe they think it's cute, or maybe they think that temporary raspy voice is, you sound a fool. I remember I used to work with a guy and he used to always talk like that. And people would be like, clear your throat. Like, you don't feel that? Clear it. Just clear it. Excuse me. and keep going. Clear it. Clear, clear it. Fuck, man. Okay, so utensils and metals. So this says dishes clattering. That doesn't necessarily bother me, but it's if you're slamming it, or if you're just super loud with it and just banging stuff and being careless. Because again, and sometimes these things are the parent in me. Because if I hear you clanging and rattling stuff, I'll automatically think you're about to break a dish to my set. And now I'm ready to come fuck you up. So why are you clanging stuff? Why are you so rough? You know, why are you just so with everything? Like, it doesn't take that. Slamming stuff, slamming cabinets and doors. Just push the door. It's the misophonia, y'all. I'm telling you, it is a real life thing. It's a thing. Change rattling in your pockets or keys rattling, that doesn't really bother me, but it's just sort of like, okay, again, you hear that you're making all of this noise, so why continue? Silverware, scraping a plate, that doesn't necessarily bother me because it happens, you know, but if you see there's not much food left in that section, why are you still scraping it? The inadvertent scrapings don't bother me. But it's when you are cognizant that it's still making that noise and you're just going to keep being obnoxious anyway. That's when I'm ready to say that I have to use the bathroom really quick and leave you at the restaurant by yourself. True story.